Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. We've got a lot of interesting stuff going on. I do want to do some more conquests in Africa while my infamy is low. I was also thinking about ripping off another chunk of the Ottoman Empire. Specifically, I was thinking about taking Kurdistan off here. I don't have that option at the moment, but we'll see how things go. But there's also something interesting going on in kind of in Europe, kind of in Africa that I want to address. We've got a diplomatic play here by Dutch Senegal. Dutch Senegal wants independence, independence for Luxembourg, independence for Hamburg, and to increase Dutch Senegalese autonomy. Not sure what that's about since they're getting independence, but we'll see what it is. And then Netherlands has set their goal as regime change in Hamburg, which is likely. Now, Prussia is very much leaning towards siding with the Netherlands, which is fine. But now that Prussia's our rival, that means we might side with Dutch Senegal. So I want to see kind of what our options are in terms of that. So I'm going to hang tight for now. We'll wait until they're in... until this action is in... declare neutrality on this. Until this action is in its escalation phase. And then we'll kind of see how things go. See what our options are. Alright, so... Alright, Prussia hasn't immediately sided. So I'm just gonna wait. Oil and Khorasan, very nice. Alright, Prussia sides with the Netherlands. So, we can get war goals. Ooh. Forced nationalization. That would be interesting. A make protectorate war goal would be absolutely bananas. Transfer subject war goal would be very interesting. You could steal... There are a bunch of different places I could steal. War reparations would be nice from Prussia. Nice boost for our economy. Obviously, I could humiliate them. If I did a conquer, though... Let me see. East Prussia is not that much, but... Here's the thing. Where do we have significant Polish populations? Here. Oh, very high imposing. Silesia, moderate. Silesia would get me up against Saxony and would cut off these areas, though, which would be absolutely brutal. Prussia doesn't have much of an army. Oh, they have much of an army. All right, so you know we're gonna have to do a real war here. If we do a conquer state, CB. What if I went for Silesia? I know I was shitposting in real life about this earlier. It would be 35 infamy, which would be a lot of infamy, truly. But East Prussia would not be that much. What about Posen? Posen would be 30.8, which would be quite a bit. West Prussia would be even less. What if I stole West Prussia? On the other hand, forced nationalization would be interesting. I know there's a building registry here. So, show me... I've only used this once. This is a huge feature of the new DLC, and I haven't used it at all. Grouping... Filters. Located in Russia. Okay, located in Russia. Group. Urban owners. Buildings with non-Russian owners. So let's see. How do I see all the Prussian buildings? Okay, so these are owned by Romania. Alright, so... But these are in Normandy. I don't want in... So we've got some cotton plantations owned by Prussia. No meaningful fishing wharves. Okay, I guess there's not really a lot of Prussian buildings left in Russia at this stage. Really at all. Huh. I thought there would be quite a few. They've had investment rights over here for quite a while. France built some of our railways a while ago. Rye farms? No. Okay, well, I guess forced nationalization then is not going to get me as much as I was thinking it might. So I guess I suppose I don't need to worry about that much. Meat farms, I know I got tons of those. Alright, alright. So, maybe forced nationalization is not going to be great. So yeah, I think we might just go after... If I get war reparations, though, that would give me a huge pile of cash. Although I'm about to finish with my construction queue, still the war reparations are extremely tempting. 5 years of Prussia leaking gold to me would be absolutely buck wild. That would be nice to have. What if I liberated a territory? Oh man. Is it going to show me what states I'm going to steal? No? Oh, Bohemia. That would probably be Bohemia and Moravia. That would be very fun. But of course, I can't access that area without stealing Silesia. So it's still not ideal for that. Yeah, you know what? I think we're gonna go for West Prussia. We're just gonna steal. We're gonna wait a little bit so that we don't wind up over. So we wind up as low on the on infamy as possible. I don't think we're gonna be able to prevent from being over 25. All right, war goal has been added. Alright, so that has... Going to return Dutch Senegalese Ghana. Bengal is embargoing me. That shouldn't really impact things much. Alright. See, I don't want to wait too long. I'm going to do it. We're going to do it. We're gonna do it. Give me war goals. Give me conquer. Give me West Prussia. Let's absolutely goof up Prussian national security. Alright. French Senegal has all accepted our support. Let's mobilize the armies. We'll put our fleets in the north. We're on the same side as Spain, so I don't need to worry about them. We'll put the 5th Corps, the 1st Corps, and the 2nd Corps all over there. We'll grab the 3rd Corps, we'll put them over there. We'll grab the Gvardeyski Corps, we'll put them over there. We'll grab the 8th Russian Army, and we'll put them over there. And that should be enough for now. We'll set our strategic objective as Brandenburg. And that should be fine. If Great Britain winds up in this thing... Netherlands. I'm about to goof up my rival and you're trying to give me an obligation? Absolutely not. Netherlands, you're going to lose your everythings. And I'm going to help do it. And you're just going to have to live with that. Empire of China is damaging relations. Yeah, so because we're infamous now, there's a whole set of conditions which have now been fulfilled. to make life difficult for me. Let's grab the 9th Russian army and bring them into the area as well. How does the force comparison look? It's not as shockingly solid as I would hope. But we're still putting troops over here. Uh-oh. We got a null face over there. Oh. Netherlands backs down. Oh, wonderful. Oh, that's great. Well, 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 well. Britain demands the transfer of Liberia. No. All right. What is our war goal? So, what kind of army has Britain got? They've got a significant army. We're almost done with our construction queue, which means I am pretty well set up to fight a large war. Not sure why a bunch of our armies aren't properly mobilizing. We're in a diplomatic play here, friends. Maybe because they weren't at their home HQs or something? I don't know. We have a lot of countries we can pull in, but not until later. We'll definitely pull in France. We'll probably pull in Korea and some others. But what's our goal? I think the most tempting targets are to grab Sierra Leone or some parts of Great Britain over here, British Gambia. Yeah, British Gambia is a really good target. British Gambia, 15.6 infamy. Okay, or if we transfer a subject, Sierra Leone is virtually none infamy. On the other hand, what other subjects could I get transferred? There's the Trucial States. Not a lot of Cape Colonies, surprisingly cheap to grab. From an infamy perspective, I could grab them. A bunch of places in various areas. I could grab British Congo, but British Congo is not that large. That said, let's not mince anything here. I want Gambia. This one's Gambia, right? Yes, I want Gambia. And I want Sierra Leone. I can get that. And I want war reparations. So let's put some armies on the front. Our big first corps. We'll go ahead and put on what I would think of as the main front over here. We'll put the Baltic Fleet over here. We got a bunch of small fronts, so we'll put a bunch of small armies on them. Let's go ahead and grab the 4th Corps, and we'll put them on the Liberian front with Sierra Leone. Let's grab the 5th Corps. We'll put them in the Liberian front with Russian Guinea. And then we'll grab one of our larger armies, like, say, the 2nd Corps. Then we'll put them on the Russian front with the southern area of Gambia. And that may very well be enough. We'll put Gvardiski over here on, again, what I'm calling the main front. And we'll kind of see how things go from there. We've got a lot of countries we could pull into this thing. I don't want to add any more war goals because I would like them to back down. Ooh, look at all this. We have against all odds, a foreign manifesto, and the fickle crowd all at once. Against all odds, despite not enjoying full rights under Russian law, some wealthier Persian people have begun moving into neighborhoods and frequenting establishments they would normally be excluded from. If we want our children to have a future, this is where we should raise them, he said. I want them to live somewhere safe. She crossed her arms. Have you seen the looks we get? When people talk about safe, they don't mean safe for us, they mean safe from us. I'm going to say I've got really solid relations with the Orthodox Church and the petite bourgeoisie. I'm actually going to say they've fairly earned their success. Persia has been aligned with us a really long time, and I think it just makes sense that Persians would be allowed to live in Russia without a problem. A foreign manifesto. The recently translated works of Mahobulwana Kamendlela have become popular within the movement to enact cultural exclusion. The relationship has developed to the point of Mahobulwana Kamendlela, oh, that one's hard, openly endorsing the movement. Sorry, it's not especially hard. That's not harder than Zach Galifianakis, for example. It's just not a combination of phonemes that I've seen together before. So it's hard for me personally, that's all. As for the whole large class, there is no other road, especially for a nation so eminently practical as the Russian. The great thing is to get the working class to move as a class, that once obtained, they will soon find the right direction, and all who resist will be left out in the cold with small sects of their own. Our struggle is an international one, larger movement, or foreign influence ought to be punished. We'll do the first one. Then finally, we've got the fickle crowd. The populist base of the trade unions has turned against supporting foreign entanglements. Pressure from within has led the group to dissociate themselves from the anti-Ottoman association. Russian needs first. The people say no to foreign entanglements and no to foreign treaties. Prosperity at home or chaos abroad. No foreign power could successfully attack a fortified Russia. It was a mistake to rely on them. They leave the thing. The anti-Ottoman association is a bunch of people, so this isn't just us. Or they must steer clear of these populist tides. I'm going to go with the second one. Units are moving. Units are moving. Korean attitude worsened. Gosh darn it. Alright, who can we pull in here? First, France. They want a subject. What subject? Shandong? Persia. No way, man. Austria? Come on in. Afghanistan. Wait, hold on. That is going to cost maneuvers to pull my base in. How many maneuvers? I got 80 maneuvers left. So who can I pull in who's marginally more effective? Not that I don't think Afghanistan will be effective. I just, like, can I get... Are there any, like, larger countries? Heavenly Kingdom I don't necessarily want. Afghanistan's pretty rock solid. So we'll call them. Oil in Yakutsk, wonderful. Are you just going back to your HQ? You are. Alright, 8th Russian Army. Let's get you to Africa. And 9th Russian Army will... Does it make sense to put them in Africa as well? I think it does. This is an awful risk putting this many armies away from Russia. But I think it's going to be worth it. Well, actually, 9th Russian Army. Oh, can't reach the Ontario-Alaska front. Alright, well, hopefully Canada can't reach it either. Shandong is not actually that large a state. I can afford to give up a little bit of influence in China to France. Let's... Oh, they don't want Shandong anymore. Perfidious Gaul. Alright, and slowly we're finishing out our construction queue. Very, very slowly we're finishing out our construction queue. And that should help out our finances significantly. Alright, force comparisons are looking good here. Very good. If they don't move their armies places by error handling, which again, not something that should be allowed here. Proletarian revolt in Denmark, not really going to be in a position to do anything about that. Oh, my goodness. I've got a front in the south over there. Alright, well that's fine. I know I just was talking about getting my construction queue cleared out, but actually I think I need some more ports because my convoy situation is a little bit dreadful. So I'm just going to throw a bunch more ports in the Baltic. And that should give me the convoys that I need. My ports are using industrial port method. Yes, they are. Alright, beautiful. Alright, things are looking good. Force comparison-wise, I think I should be able to get everything I desire to get in this war. Diplomatic ties broke with Denmark, but now they're back. So that's good. And if I can just seize this territory pretty fast, I can just grab those states and be done with it. I may have overestimated my my vulnerability here. 2 arms. Alright, let's see how it goes. Attacks are begun. And that's the war. Yeah, I definitely overestimated my need for stuff. That being said, I don't have any ability to get war reparations right now. That's interesting. I didn't realize... I thought any enemy occupation would let you get war reparations. Where are all these armies going? They're all going to fronts in China. So let's just go ahead and return them to their home HQs for the moment. At least the large ones. And then we'll see if we can't finagle ourselves some absolute nonsense getting into Scotland or wherever. Where's the Black Sea Fleet? Black Sea Fleet is here. Naval invasion Ingria. Alright. This army is here, blocking that one out. Let's go ahead and move 3rd Corps into the area to block that as well. Naval invasion East Karelia over here. That's fine. 3rd Coastal Defense Force will rebase to East Karelia. Liberia is requesting that we permit them control over their own market. No. Get entangled. So now, let's grab the Baltic Fleet, and we'll naval invade the Highlands with the 1st Army, which is right there. And then we'll grab... We'll see how fast we can do this, because if these armies get here right away and get landed... Perfect. Now we can pull these units back over to here. And then we'll be good to go. Let's go ahead and designate home counties as our strategic objective. And let's get moving into Britain. One more invasion, Arkhangelsk. 2nd Coastal Defense Force is defending Arkhangelsk, is it not? Yes, it is. Alright. That's just fine then. 8th Russian Army can rebase up there as well. There's a weak front down here. 4th Corps is going there to engage. Very good. So now the question is, do I activate conscripts for my main army? And I think the answer is yes, I do. Because now that I'm in Britain, I think it's fully sensible. And I have 2 armies on my way here. Or 3, rather. Okay, here we go. So let's grab you moving west, 2nd Corps, and then 9th Army. You can move south to Man. 1st Corps can continue to press southward toward the British heartlands. Got an oil event. Encourage this trend. Oil is the future. Another one. Cola. Where on earth is Cola? Oh, it's up in the north here. Alright, 3rd Coastal Defense Force will move. 3rd Coastal Defense Force is already prepared to intercept. Britain, are you sure you want to be invading me right now with Russian troops knocking at your proverbial doorstep? Alright. This army is on its way over there, so that's fine. 9th Russian Army is in Ireland. Other Russian armies are in Britain, pushing south. Oil has been discovered in Venetia. I'm going to turn off British war reparations, and we'll see how long their war support lasts. Does 2nd Corps is raising conscripts. Alright, beautiful. 9th Russian Army does not have conscripts to raise. Battle of Munster is going just fine. 8th Russian Army can raise its conscripts and join the battle in Britain. And we've got a couple more armies that don't necessarily need to be involved in Persia down here. In fact, I think my largest force can go ahead and get involved in Britain. Makes this comparison marginally worse, but that's alright. Oh, they've actually got landing progress over here. Need to be a little bit more cognizant of this. Well, Greenland is isolated. Well, that's fine. Greenland is isolated. You're right. I think this corps needs to actually go to the Russia HQ to block off this naval invasion. We are winning over here, but not as much as we would like to be. Let's go ahead and get one leader escorting convoys here so that they can't mess up our convoy situation. Why are all these battles so small? Well, there's a single giant one happening over here. Curious. Man, I shouldn't have put those war reparations in. Those war reparations are really goofing things up. Alright, beautiful. Front in Ireland is closed. Second Corps is on its way over. We are still winning. Force comparison's looking better. Let's close it out, gents. And let's put one more army in there. Dang. They've sure got a lot of troops over here. And they're losing war support. Excellent. So what caused them to lose war support protection? I wonder if it's an amount of occupation? Well, anyway, they're losing war support at a rate of 5 per week. So I'm feeling very confident overall. I am going to set these armies to defense so that we can make sure that we don't end up goofed over here. I know this takes forever, but it's necessary. We don't want to put ourselves in a situation where we're losing the gains we've made. Alright, a couple more events. First, problematic policing. Police officers in uniform have been discovered supporting the Russian-Prussian Fellowship actively while on duty. Supporting Russian-Prussian Fellowship activity while on duty, lowering public confidence in the police force. A resident of Chernihiv comments on members of the police force patrol that walk in pristine uniforms with a hint of arrogance in their gait. Disdain drops from the onlooker's voice. These officers certainly think highly of themselves, They carry out errands for the Russian-Prussian Fellowship and accept their gifts. They ignore their duty to the people of Chernihiv. As long as everyone is discreet, there's no harm, or we need to restore the public's confidence. You know, I don't want radicals in Chernihiv, and prefer to have loyalists. I don't need the Russian-Prussian Fellowship because we're rivals with Prussia now, so we need to restore the public's confidence. And then we have the brave engineer as well. A railroad accident in Russian Mauritania only narrowly avoided heavy fatalities due to the quick thinking of the train's engineer, who perished in the crash. Only a few people died, but the wreckage will still take some time to clear. Come all you rounders if you want to hear a story all about a brave engineer. Either way, we get an infrastructure debuff, but if we say thank goodness for the quick-thinking engineer, that's all that happens. If we say railmen should get more than a song for dying on the job, that makes the trade union stronger. I don't want to make the trade union stronger, so we'll do the first one. Thank goodness for the quick-thinking engineer. I know we're kind of at the end of the episode at this point, but I'm gonna finish out. Hey, there's telephone. Excellent. I'm gonna finish out this war with Great Britain because I think I can get. Oh, I can actually get everything I want right now. War operations, Gambia and Sierra Leone propose. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Excellent. All right, so that gives us a very solid block of Russian control in Africa here. We're not currently building anything, so our finances are rock solid. And now we're getting a pile of cash from Great Britain. So let's see just how much. It's half as much as a bankroll, 109k. Very, very solid. Very sturdy. I'm feeling very full of myself right now. And life is good. So, that is all we've got time for tonight, friends. I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun. And I'll see you on the other side.